Hey guys, welcome back to week 5 of our study on the parables of Jesus. As sometimes our parents or teachers will use pictures or stories to help us understand a difficult lesson, right? Well guys, Jesus did the same thing. He sometimes used stories to teach his lessons, and we call those special stories parables. Our special word for this week is grace. And remember, whenever I say that word, I want you all to yell it back to me as loud as you can. Let's give it a shot. God shows us grace. Perfect. Great job. Now guys, grace means getting a gift you didn't earn. Now, God always forgives our sins when we ask Him to. His love for us is limitless. He shows us grace when He faithfully forgives our sins through Jesus. Now, I want you to think about the worst thing that you've ever done. Something so bad you didn't even want to tell anyone about it. Well, guys, you probably felt shame, right? You probably felt guilty. Maybe you wondered if people would even still love you if they found out what you had done. Guys, that's how the young man in the parable this week felt. He wasted everything his father had given him on things he didn't even need. Yet when he returned home, his father showed him grace by welcoming him and forgiving him. Guys, something he didn't even deserve. Now, just like that young man, we sometimes feel like we've messed up so bad that God will never forgive us. But let me tell you the best news in the world. God promises that He will always be gracious to us and always forgive us when we confess our sins. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like there's something you've done that you need to ask God to forgive you for? Guys, why wait? Ask Him now. He's ready to forgive you right now. He wants to show you grace. All right, guys, that's it for now. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you back next week for our last week in the parables. See you later.
So, we had spent the entire night working on the story. None of us slept until early morning. Well, actually, Kent slept most of the night. Anyway, we made some good progress, but still had a long way to go. Kent! Kent!
I already walked the cat. What time is it?
6 o'clock.
I didn't know the sun was this bright at 6 o'clock.
Kent had managed to miss the fact that 6 o'clock happens twice in one day.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Has there always been a 6 o'clock in the morning?
We have to jump back on the story. Let's do the oath.
Wait, where's Whip?
He had to go home and babysit his sister. Let's get started.
Hold on, what are you, a robot? Oh, we gotta get some breakfast, watch cartoons, take a morning nap, get some more breakfast, watch some more cartoons.
Contest entries close today.
Fine, just a short nap.
No, we have to get started now.
Wait, but we can't do the oath without Whip, right?
We have no choice. By pain or gain or excessive by strain, speeding red wagons or on the backs of fire-breathing dragons, I agree to uphold the Tellers Club code to tell stories that will change the world. We are the Tellers Club.
So our story, Sarah's song. Our hero, Sarah, was walking down the street one day when she fell through a manhole, which was actually a time portal that took her back to the past.
But only one day in the past.
Right. So Sarah comes back to one day in the past and she realizes that she has a chance to stop one of her classmates, Joe, from cheating on a test, which eventually got him expelled from the school, grounded, and eventually led to him running away.
But Joe was a bully and picked on Sarah and said mean things to her.
So she had to ask herself why she would help someone who's so mean to her.
Well, I guess wonders never cease. You were awake for more of the meeting than I thought.
No, I was sleep listening.
You were what?
Sleep listening. It's a...
Let me guess, a highly efficient way to listen.
Exactly.
In every good story, the hero has to make a choice in the end. If they make a good choice, we know they've been changed as a person by their journey. They've grown. If they make a bad choice, then we know they haven't. And to make a good choice, they have to sacrifice something important to them for the good of someone else.
The necklace! The whole reason she didn't go back to her time when she had the chance was because she couldn't find the trinket of her necklace. That necklace was the single most important thing to her.
But why would she risk her necklace for the bully?
When Sarah went to tell Joe not to cheat on the test because it would cause all those problems, he wouldn't listen to her. She told him she was from one day in the future, but he didn't believe her. Sarah told Joe about the necklace, where it came from, and how much it meant to her. Then she took him downtown and had him watch as she threw it into the river.
Why would she throw the necklace in the river? Oh, because in the next day in class, when Joe's getting ready to cheat on his test, he's gonna look over at the other Sarah and see her wearing the necklace. Then he'll believe our Sarah and not cheat on the test, not be expelled, and face all those problems.
Exactly. Like the parable of the Prodigal Son.
Okay, hold the phone. Where's Kent coming up with this?
You didn't even know what the parable was until yesterday. When did you read it?
Yesterday.
Enlighten me, Kent.
In the parable, a man has a son who asked for his inheritance early. The man gave that son the inheritance, but he wasted it on a bunch of irresponsible things. So the son was poor. He had no money, no friends, and no food. He's miserable. He wants to go home, but since he wasted all of his inheritance, he was too afraid that his father wouldn't take him back.
He acted foolishly. The father shouldn't take him back.
Yeah, he shouldn't. But the son started to think to himself, I'm so miserable out here. I would rather be working as a slave for my father. So the son went back to his father, being afraid that he would have to be a slave. And guess what happened?
What?
The father greeted him with open arms. He gave him a fancy robe and a feast in celebration of his return.
In our story, Joe was like the son, a knucklehead, picking on people and cheating on tests.
Either way, Joe was lost, but eventually he was found.
You know, Ken, I have to say, I am impressed.
That was hard to admit.
All right, yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna get some more shut-eye now.
Of course. Let old Morgan do the work.
Okay, and I'll start writing all this stuff down.
And that's why they say some things never change.